For a while there, it seemed like we were climbing out of the economic trenches. The economy was showing signs of life, and there was a glimmer of hope that maybe, just maybe, we were on the road to recovery. Inflation was down, people were feeling cautiously optimistic, and there was a sense of relief in the air. It felt like we could finally breathe a little easier. I even considered buying a slightly more expensive brand of mayonnaise, thinking that maybe the worst was behind us. But hold the goddamn sandwiches, folks, because 2025 has decided to unleash a fresh hell of price hikes on all of us. Just when we thought it was safe to spend a little more, reality hit us like a ton of bricks. Sure, prices might not be skyrocketing like a SpaceX rocket anymore, but they're still climbing at a pace that's hard to keep up with. They're not exactly floating back down to earth either. It's like we're stuck in this weird limbo where prices are just high enough to be painful, but not high enough to cause a full-blown crisis. It's like being stuck on a broken Ferris wheel. You're not going up anymore, but you're also not getting off this terrifying, overpriced ride. Every trip to the store feels like a gamble, and you never know what the final bill will be. So buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get expensive. We're in for a bumpy ride, and it's anyone's guess when or if things will ever settle down. Let's start with a real kick in the caffeine glands, shall we? That morning cup of coffee that helps you face the day? Yeah, well, get ready to pay a premium for it. Thanks to a combination of drought in Brazil and global shipping nightmares, coffee bean prices are through the roof. And before you even think about switching to tea, let me stop you right there, because guess what? Tea prices are also climbing faster than a caffeinated squirrel. So you thought you'd escape the economic hellscape by, actually leaving? Well, think again, bucko, because airlines have apparently decided that the only thing more stressful than flying these days is trying to afford it. Thanks to the ever-volatile price of jet fuel and those pesky labor disputes, airfares are about to soar higher than a budget airline passenger's blood pressure. So maybe just stay home and watch reruns of House Hunters International. Remember when streaming services were supposed to be the affordable alternative to cable? Yeah, those were the good old days. But hold on to your remotes, folks, because those days are officially over. It seems like every streaming service from here to Silicon Valley has decided to raise their prices this year. And you know what that means? It means we're all one price hike away from going back to watching reruns of Friends on DVD. Owning a home, it's the American dream, right? A place to call your own where you can build memories, raise a family, and maybe even plant a garden. It's a symbol of stability and success. Well, hold on to your mortgage paperwork because that dream is about to get a whole lot more expensive. The costs are rising, and it's not just the mortgage payments you need to worry about. For the fourth year in a row, home insurance premiums are climbing faster than a cat trying to escape a bath. It's becoming a significant burden for many homeowners. And if you're lucky enough to live in a disaster-prone state like, say, California, well, then you're really in for a treat. The risks are higher, and so are the costs. Because between wildfires, mudslides, and earthquakes, insurance companies are basically treating your home like a ticking time bomb. The premiums reflect the constant threat of disaster. So yeah, good luck affording that mortgage payment on top of your sky-high insurance premiums. It's a challenging time for homeowners, and the dream of owning a home is becoming more of a financial nightmare for many. I'm not one to judge. If you want to keep your old avocado green refrigerator from the 1970s, be my guest. But if you were hoping to upgrade to something a little more modern this year, well, you might want to start saving your pennies. Because thanks to those ever-increasing import costs, the price of appliances like refrigerators, stoves, and washing machines is about to make your credit card bill weep. Seriously, you might need to take out a second mortgage just to afford a new dishwasher at this rate. Ah, the open road, the wind in your hair, the crushing weight of crippling car payments. That's the reality of car ownership in 2025, folks. Because thanks to those ever-shifting trade policies with Mexico and Canada, the cost of both cars and auto parts is about to go through the roof. And let's be honest, nobody wants to be stuck driving a clunker held together with duct tape and prayers. Maybe it's time to invest in a good pair of walking shoes. Listen, I get it. That old futon you've had since college has seen better days. But before you go splurging on a brand new sectional sofa, you might want to sit down for this. Because according to the National Retail Federation, furniture prices are about to make your wallet cry out for mercy. So yeah, maybe just embrace the shabby chic look for a little while longer. So you've been watching a little too much HGTV and now you're convinced you need to renovate your kitchen? Well, hold on to your shiplap because those home renovation dreams are about to come crashing down. Thanks to rising lumber costs and supply chain disruptions, the cost of building materials is about to make your eyes water. Remember those carefree days when you could go out to eat without having to calculate how many hours of work it would take to pay for your meal? Yeah, those days are gone, my friend. Because thanks to food shortages and rising costs, restaurant prices are about to make your wallet beg for mercy. So yeah, maybe it's time to brush up on your cooking skills, or just embrace the ramen noodle lifestyle. I'm not here to judge your fashion choices. If you want to rock a pair of Crocs in public, you do you. But if you were hoping to update your shoe collection this year, well, you might want to brace yourself, because according to the National Retail Federation, the price of footwear is about to make you want to walk around barefoot. Seriously, you're going to need to take out a small loan just to afford a new pair of sneakers at this rate. It's time to embrace the worn-in look. I know times are tough, and sometimes the only thing that can get you through the day is a stiff drink. But before you go stocking up on tequila and imported beer, you might want to sit down for this. Because thanks to those ever-increasing import taxes, the price of your favorite alcoholic beverages is about to make your head spin. Seriously, you're going to need to take out a second mortgage just to afford a decent bottle of wine at this rate. It's time to embrace sobriety. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Maple syrup? Really? That's what you're going with? But hear me out, because this is serious business. See, Canada, the land of moose and politeness, is also the world's leading producer of maple syrup. And guess what? They're about to jack up the prices. So if you enjoy a stack of pancakes drenched in the sweet, sticky goodness of maple syrup, well, you might want to start rationing your supply now. Remember those halcyon days when you could fill up your gas tank without having to empty your bank account? Yeah, those days are gone, my friend. Because thanks to a combination of global instability and OPEC shenanigans, the price of gas is about to make your wallet spontaneously combust. Seriously, you're going to need to take out a second mortgage just to afford a road trip at this rate. So yeah, maybe it's time to invest in an electric car, or just start riding a bike. I get it. Avocados are delicious. They're creamy, they're versatile, and they make everything from toast to smoothies taste better. But before you go whipping up another batch of guacamole, you might want to brace yourself. Because thanks to a combination of drought in California and increased demand, the price of these green goddesses is about to make your wallet weep. It's time to embrace other fruits. Parents, brace yourselves, because if you thought last year's holiday shopping season was rough, you ain't seen nothing yet. Thanks to those ever-increasing tariffs on goods imported from China, the price of toys and video games is about to make your head spin. Seriously, you're going to need to take out a second mortgage just to afford a decent haul for your kids at this rate. So yeah, maybe it's time to embrace the joy of homemade gifts. So there you have it, folks. We've laid out the landscape for you. 15 reasons why 2025 is shaping up to be the year that your budget goes to die. But hey, don't despair. It's not all doom and gloom, because while there's not much we can do about those pesky global economic forces, there are a few things you can do to mitigate the damage. First, start shopping smart. This means being more mindful of where and how you spend your money. Make a list of the things you actually need and then start looking for deals. Prioritize your essentials and avoid impulse buys. Scour the internet for coupons because every little bit helps. There are numerous websites and apps dedicated to finding the best deals. Hit up those discount stores where you can often find quality items at a fraction of the price. And don't be afraid to haggle. Negotiating can save you a significant amount of money, especially in markets and smaller shops. Every penny saved is a penny earned. Small savings can add up over time, making a big difference in your overall budget, and most importantly, Don't panic. Stressing out won't help your situation. Instead, take a deep breath and approach your finances with a clear mind. Because while the economic outlook might seem bleak right now, remember that this too shall pass. Stay positive, stay proactive, and you'll find ways to navigate through these tough times.